Good morning. Welcome to this edition of our Ag Market Network Weekly Market Report. I'm Pat McClatchy, and the export reports have just come out. We've not even looked at them yet. We're going to, and then we're going to see the reaction of the market and then make some comments about what's happened over the last week. First, cotton. Let's find the cotton, 144,800. That's still a good number, maybe not as good as it's been. That's down 39% from the previous week and down 46% from the 4-week average. Turkey took 42,600. India took 32,800. Vietnam took 18,200. We have new crop net sales of 56,300. That's very good. Then shipments of 292,600. Now, before the report, we had the market down 35 in July. It's right now down 55, so it has reacted by selling off. December cotton before the report was down 33. Right now it's down 47. So negative reaction so far in cotton. Soybeans, net sales 313,400. That's down 47% from the previous week and down 61% under the 4-week average. China took 136,400. The Netherlands took 64,000. Germany took 63,300. The soybeans before the report in July and in November were down a half. Right now they are down 1.5. So they've lost ground. Corn, net sales of 586,500 metric tons. That's down 25% from the previous week and down 17% from the 4-week average. Japan took 301,400 metric tons. Mexico took 127,200 metric tons. South Korea took 67,200 metric tons. Corn before the report was up a half in July and unchanged in December. Right now, corn is up a half in July and down a half in December. So what else have we got here? Wheat. Net sales 122,100 metric tons. It's a marketing year low, down 71% from the previous week and down 72% from the 4-week average. Mexico took 52,100 metric tons. Philippines took 40,000 metric tons. Guatemala took 29,900 metric tons. Wheat before the report was up 4.5. Right now it's up 3.5. So all of these markets have reacted in a negative way. Let's look at some of the latest news over the last week. First off, latest trade rumor is that there could be a trade agreement coming up within the next week and a half. They were pinpointing next Friday, the 10th of May, as a possibility. I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock in that because we've gone through months on end of it's just about to happen. I do think it will happen. I don't know the time frame. The market certainly doesn't seem to care. So, but that is a rumor that came out yesterday afternoon, something to be aware of. July cotton is at the low end of its trading range. This is the trading range that we've been in for the last month. I guess yesterday we hit a low of 75.65. The high was made about 2 weeks ago within this range at 79.57 for July cotton. News is still these factors. Number one, the U.S.-China trade agreement. Number two, demand, which has been good. This is a little light today, but not bad. And number three, weather. Weather is what is not good in the Midwest is actually possibly good in West Texas. It looks like they could over the next 2 weeks get some rain there, and that will help some dry areas. So that's a positive. What to expect? Still think the number one thing in cotton is the trade agreement. If you see that, we can get into the low 80s to the mid 80s. I think that's possible. And new crop will be moving up too, but not nearly as much. As far as soybeans, corn, and wheat goes, it's not quite, they're the same factors that are affecting that, but not in the same order of priority. In those markets, it's been demand, number one, which has not been that good, and weather, number two, which has not been that good either. And then number three, it would be crop report. I would rank it that way. As far as the weather forecast goes among private forecasters, calling for the next 2 weeks to be very wet in the Midwest. Could get as much as 3 to 4 inches. And with that, the possibility that acreage will be switched over in planting from corn to soybeans. That's a very real possibility. We are behind average already, and you throw on top of that 2 more wet weeks when they can't get in the field, and that's the reason we're looking here recently at soybeans being weak, corn and wheat being strong. Spring wheat is also well behind average for this time of the year, and with these rains, that's not going to be able to change much. As far as how much we could bounce off a trade agreement, that's just really hard to say. You know, we could get a 50-cent rally in soybeans. We could get a 20-cent rally in corn, 30-cent rally in wheat. I really almost stay away from making any predictions on that because it just depends on what the trade agreement would be. If it's going to come, the details of it, it could be a substantial rally. But right now, the market is being controlled by the combination of poor demand and the weather, the wet weather. Cotton's a little bit friendlier looking, although today cotton is down and it was down yesterday. So one last look at these markets. We've got July cotton down 69, December cotton down 57, July soybeans down 1.5, November soybeans are right now down 1.5, July corn unchanged, December corn down 0.5, and July wheat is up 3.5. So that's it. Thanks for joining us for this edition of our weekly Ag Market Network Market Report. We'll see you later. Thank you.